On the second phase of the step-by-step practical guidelines on how to integrate an ex-offender, we talked about it last on the last video on the very immediate things that you need to do, especially the first day when you get out of custody. And we mentioned a few things that I know if you refer to the previous video, you'll have to remember them and you get to acquaint yourself with them, inclusive of getting to know exactly the best way you can approach the society, get to know how you can get to the location and so forth and so on, so that we make sure that you get a softer landing ground. Today we are going to give you, or I am going to give you, the first 24-hour step immediately after release. What are you supposed to do in the first one day? Because it will not be very important or very crucial for you to fast track everything. You want to recover time and you want to rush things up front so that you move with the time. And let me tell you, you will not make it. Let us move step by step in everything that we have, so that you should be able to settle in the society very well. So the first day after release is a very critical time to prepare you as a returnee to adopt into a new humanized environment. Remember, you have come from an institution and you are getting to a place where there is a lot of freedom, and you find that where you were having head count. Now you are going to a place where there is no head count. The door was closed behind. You were locked inside by somebody, but now you are getting to a place where you are the one to lock the house for yourself. You were woken up by an officer, but now you are getting to wake up by yourself. You have choices to make. And so what do you need to do the first day you get out of custody, or you get out of the gate of the prisons? From an institution to a humanized environment where there is humanity. And remember, when you got into prison previously, you were dehumanized, you were institutionalized, and now you're getting to be humanized again. And so what do you need to do immediately you get out the first day? What we would really like ex-convicts, or the persons who are getting out of custody immediately, what they need to do is to conduct a trusted family member, a trusted mentor. Maybe you had a good pastor, a very good friend who can bring you up, or you have a family member who is very good and very welcoming. He knows how to forgive one another and take you through the sessions. That is the best person to get closer to and get acquainted with him, build relationship, re-establish one another together, and be open to him so that he can be able to take you step by step. So get a trusted friend. The first day, contact a trusted friend so that you can move together through this journey on the first day. The next thing is confirm a very safe accommodation. You remember, you were taken to custody not because you went for a training, or not because people sent you on for a vacation. Now you went there because of an offense. You were in conflict with the law, and in many circumstances you did not do something anyway that is pleasing, and so there is a likelihood that the public is still waiting for you. And so always, because not every person is remorseful in the community, they still have that pain in them. And time moves so fast. For you, it is over some time, some years. But to them, it's like yesterday. Many of them have not forgotten. So revenge is very likely to occur. Because we've had cases where people are not accepted at home. We've had cases where people are even unalived, so to speak. Others are injured, others are excommunicated, sent away from home. They are rejected. And I've never understood why people can accept somebody from hospital, they can accept somebody who was resurrected from the dead, but accepting an ex-convict becomes a problem. Why? That is something that we need to handle and understand and accept. Be honest with one another and face this thing very positively. And so confirm if there is a safe accommodation for you, so that now as soon as you land into your community or your environment or your family, your former people, then you have a safe accommodation to settle in. Now, then thereafter, make sure, of course, it's them to make sure that you have secure food and basic necessities. There are basic things that you require to be stable. Food. Now, remember, where you were, food was not healthy as such. And there are chances are that when you eat food with good, well cooked food, you find that your body is reacting in a very different way. Where you were, the food was not cooked very well. Maybe it was more viscous, more like very light food, very light. Too much water, as in the name of soup, too much water in the ugali. And so you've come to a place where the ugali is hard and there's quite a number, or at least some reasonable food, in fried food in the family. So you find that the body suddenly reacts very differently. So make sure you let them understand that you are coming into a different environment, and the food that you are going to get to used to, I mean, the food that you are coming to eat now is not the same with the one that you are used to in captivity. Now, then the other thing is very important, because I've realized many people, when they come out of custody, all the documentations or anything about prison, you throw them away. Let me tell you, they are very important. Personally, I still have them. Keep all release documents in a safe place. Can you imagine a situation where you leave custody today, early in the morning, and immediately after that, you are arrested while walking home because you don't have a document, you don't have an ID. But when you have the release document, you can show a police officer and tell them, I was just released from prison and I'm just walking home because I don't have bus fare. Because many people do not have money to take them home. And so it would be very important for you to keep the release documents in order, so that they will help you along the way. Let me tell you another thing. You get home and you find that there are people who are waiting for you. You had their debts and cleared effects, and they come asking for their money. Some of them will take you back to court. I have rescued quite a number of people from that situation. When you present that document to court, tell them that surely I have their debt, but I'm from in prison a few days ago and I did not have income, so I need 1-2 years to reestablish myself so that I can be able to settle these outstanding debts. Courts will always listen to you, and only if you present the documentation that you are from custody. And then, of course, you ensure that you have transportation movements from one place to another. That is obvious. You just make sure you have it available. Just not too much. Just limit your movement so much because you are still fresh. And you find that many of the ex-convicts have got problems with their body muscles because they were not exercising, and many of them have got illness in them. So they need actually a lot of medication to be done in them. Then charge and secure a mobile phone so that you are able to communicate. The mobile phones that you had left in a property section in the prisons, make sure they are fully charged, and now reach out to trusted people who can be able to sustain you and accommodate you in their environments. Now, avoid former associates involved in criminal activities. Anytime you find that you are tending towards meeting your old friends whom you were relating with before the event or the offense occurred, then you are likely to transit the same way to get into reoffending again. So it's advisable that that same day, the second day, some of them might come and say, let's go and celebrate your release and all that. Then pop, you find yourself in another offense. So keep off previous friends who are prone to getting into offenses. Keep off. It's time for you to recreate yourself again. Then resist celebrations in alcoholic manner or in a manner that is likely to be very offensive. Avoid drugs. Avoid anything to do with celebrations of that nature. In fact, if possible, get to solemn grounds, associate with friends, but on this first day, stick to your house, because the next stage I'm going to teach you on what to do after day one. So make sure you always check out your documentation, identification documents. Many of them have lost their IDs, passports, visa. Make sure you have them in place. If not, begin replacing them. And then have the release papers as I've mentioned, then maintain the emergency contacts, and then the very crucial thing is medication documents. If you are under medication in prison, make sure you have them and present them to any hospital that you go to, and any other document that is associated with your health and medical status. Now, attend hospitals for further exercise, for further medical analysis, because you have come from prison. You don't just sit and assume that everything is okay. You need to go to a medical facility and have them recheck yourself, and definitely make sure you have clean clothes, well kept, strong, make yourself clean, wash clothes, and now start making choices on what to wear in the society. Then try to look for non-governmental organizations who can provide you with small funds to restart your life again. I know many people who have come out of custody don't have anything, but we are simply proposing that at any time somebody stays for over 5 years in custody, the work that he has done there, let them save for him at least something, so that when he gets out of custody, he has at least some money to start a lifestyle again. And of course, we are talking to government authorities to make sure, or to try and help out all governors, so that they accommodate or accept the ex-convicts to do manual jobs in their day-to-day activities. So basically, that is what you need to do in day one. Make sure you put everything in order and now settle down in your life. Now, next, I'm going to provide to you or give you the next step of the second day in the first week of your freedom life, so that you are able to enjoy life as it is. It's a time you grow step by step. We are on the first step, now we are getting into the second step. Shalom and God bless you. Welcome as we walk through this journey together.